Is the Moto Tag 2 actually the best Android alternative to AirTag? Or is it just another tracking gadget that sounds useful until you actually rely on it? Because let's be real, lost item trackers are one of those things you don't think about until you desperately need one. And when that moment comes, the difference between works perfectly and kinda works becomes a big deal. So today, we're breaking down the Moto Tag 2, what it does, how it performs in real life, and whether it's actually better than Apple's AirTag for Android users. So the Moto Tag 2 is a Bluetooth tracking device designed to help you locate personal items like keys, bags, wallets, or anything else you tend to misplace. It's basically Motorola's answer to item tracking in the Android ecosystem, aiming to compete with Apple's AirTag, but optimized for Android users instead. The idea is simple. Attach it to something important, connect it to your phone, and track it whenever it goes missing using a companion app and nearby device network. Sounds useful, right? But the real question is how reliable it actually is when you need it most. The Moto Tag 2 works through Bluetooth connectivity and crowd-assisted tracking networks. So when your item is nearby, your phone connects directly to it for precise location tracking. But when it's far away, it relies on nearby devices in the network to help update its location. It's small, lightweight, and designed to be attached to everyday items without adding bulk. The setup process is pretty straightforward. You pair it with your Android phone, assign it to an item, and you're ready to go in just a few minutes. You can then track real-time location within Bluetooth range, make it ring to find nearby items, view last known location on a map, get alerts when you leave something behind. On paper, it covers all the basics you'd expect from a modern tracker.
Now, I checked user discussions and Android communities because tracking devices always get very honest feedback once people rely on them in real situations. And the reactions to the Moto Tag 2 are pretty mixed, but interesting. A lot of users say it works well for everyday use, like finding keys at home, tracking backpacks, or making sure they didn't leave items behind in familiar places. Some Android users also appreciate that it finally gives them a proper alternative to AirTag without needing Apple's ecosystem. But there are also concerns. Some users mention that location updates aren't always instant, especially in less populated areas where fewer devices are nearby to relay tracking data. Others say that while it works fine for close-range tracking, long-distance accuracy can sometimes feel inconsistent compared to Apple's system. And a few users basically summed it up like this: great when it works in populated areas, less reliable when you really need precise tracking. Which honestly is an important distinction for a product like this. So is the Moto Tag 2 better than AirTag for Android users? Honestly, it's a solid alternative, but not a perfect replacement. If you're an Android user who just wants a simple way to track everyday items, and you mostly stay in populated areas, this device can absolutely be useful and practical. But if your top priority is ultra-precise, highly reliable tracking in all situations, Apple's ecosystem still has the advantage in consistency. So it's not about being better overall, it's about being good enough for most Android users who just want a functional tracking solution. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more honest reviews.